everyone,
Hello!
and welcome to Kirsty and Briony's Comfort Zone.
I am Kirsty.
And I am Briony, and I am bunged up and
Buds
snuffly.
Bunged up.
Welcome to Comfort Zone.
Welcome to Comfort Zone. We're going to talk about dreams.
And I'm going to sniff. I hope it's not too bad in your ear holes, lovely listeners.
Well, you sound fine to me.
Fine.
Fine, you sound fine to me.
Other distractions, other than my snuffly bunged upness, I've got Lewis on one side and Simon on the other, and they are shouting because they're very excited about the Minecraft right now.
Sounds like Lewis and Simon. They're always doing that, aren't they?
Yes.
Shouting about the Minecraft. They love Minecraft.
Love shouting about the Minecraft.
They love it.
I remember when it was just Lewis and Simon shouting about Minecraft. The good old days. Oh, just to add even more distraction, I just had a message from Dav saying, I'm ordering bagels. Do you want a bagel?
Oh my God. This is what happens when you go into the office. It's just stuff happening all over the shop.
Yeah.
Minecraft, bagels. My God.
There you go. I'm going to get a bagel.
Oh, lovely. Well, there you go.
Ordered a bagel before, I don't think.
Oh. I had a bagel in New York. I mean, I've had a bagel elsewhere as well, but specifically I've had a New York bagel. And I tried the old rainbow bagel as well, and it was bloody awful. They're so bad. They're such a tourist trap.
Yeah.
Because it's just a bagel with just like, I can't remember if we had like icing or cream cheese in it, or both. And yeah, it's just a bagel. It's just a bagel. It's a rainbow.
Is it? Do they just look good on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I mean, they were viral like years ago, probably like on Instagram, I imagine. But yeah, they were so popular, and yeah, we went and we just went to get a bagel. We didn't go looking for a rainbow bagel, and we did get a regular bagel. I can't remember what we had in it, but it was very nice. And we saw that they also did the rainbow bagels, and we were like, yeah, well, I mean, I suppose we'll have to try one. Say that we did, and they were crap. Never fall for it. Do not fall for the tourist traps. They are never worth it. Never.
There's a bagel on this menu. I'm looking at the vegan ones, and it says it's got vegan schmear. Now, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound appetizing. Schmear.
Like a schmear test.
Yes. Ooh.
Lovely. That's what I want with my bagel.
I'm going to Google what schmear is.
What is schmear? Is it?
It's a word of Germanic origin, equivalent to smear. So it's just a word for like spread. Is schmear just cream cheese?
Oh, I guess it's just fake. Like it's just vegan spread of some sort, right? Question mark?
Yes.
A vegan cream cheese.
It's like a cream cheese. Schmear.
Okay. Schmear.
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 Oh, Dav says toasted bun? Question mark. I'll say, ooh, go on then.
Go on then.
Go on then.
Oh, lovely.
You can toast my buns, darling.
You can toast my bun any day.
So anyway, we're meant to be doing a podcast.
Yes, we are. Good morning.
And we've actually had dreams, which
I
is
have
very
a dream.
exciting.
Woo!
We've done our homework.
We have.
Which is good because I haven't really been having dreams recently because I've been the wrong sort of stressed. So I've not really been sleeping.
Is there a
Insomnia,
right sort of stressed?
Well, there's like the repressed stressed where the dream has to be a stress dream to tell you you're stressed.
Right.
Whereas
I still don't think that's a good type of stress.
Whereas I've been very like forefront stressed.
Very outwardly stressed.
So my dreams haven't had to bother.
Fair.
So because I've been getting up to an alarm, because I've had like an editing job that I finished now. Woohoo! I finished it yesterday. So I didn't have an alarm and I didn't have to get up early and I got a dream. So it all worked out.
Nice.
But the only other dream that I had, that I only remember one part of it, and I won't say who, but it was that someone I know got mumps, and the whole dream was just the fact that they had big balls. I was just like, there's probably not much we need to talk about in that.
Oh my God. Amazing.
Can't really drag that out for an hour.
Oh my God. I can guess who it was, but I won't. I'll do it later. I'll guess later.
Make sure to comment on who
Who
you think.
you think had big mumps balls?
Because that's all I really know about mumps. It does give you big balls, doesn't it? Well, not you.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure if does
I know it makes you
mumps
lumpy, but does it specifically go
give
for the balls?
big balls. Swelling of the testicles or ovaries.
The ovaries? Oh, Jesus.
Just get big ovaries.
How do you know that your ovaries are swollen?
You get 2 little bumps in your tummy.
Ew,
I don't know. I guess is it just discomfort, like cramps, maybe?
I guess. Oh, that's... Oh, my God. I don't want swollen ovaries.
No.
Luckily, I've never had mumps, so...
Well, I guess we had our
MMR.
MMR.
Yeah.
My daughter MMR. I got given
my
that
daughter
in primary
measles,
school.
mumps and rubella.
Also, isn't there stuff that can happen in later life that just reverses all of your all your vaccinations? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think like certain medications and stuff can just reverse.
Can MMR jab be cancelled?
Get it a ukulele.
Can MMR jab be nullified?
Nullified. Was that the one? That wasn't the one that you got a sugar lump with, was it?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like any jab would be good to give you a sugar lump because it's just anything that stabs you. You need blood sugar to not faint.
Oh, I thought you meant to not complain.
Not complain. No, it's like when I got my the top of my ear pierced. Me and my cousin, we got them done at the same time, and he went first, and he hadn't eaten that day. So he just nearly fainted. So they went and got him a Mars bar and a can of Coke so that he wouldn't just die.
Oh, jeez.
I was just like, oh, well, me next. Let's go. But I didn't breakfast, so I was fine.
The polio vaccine, I think that was given on a sugar lump.
Oh, on a sugar lump?
But yeah, they would give it a drop on a sugar lump.
Oh.
My mum used to give me sugar if I had the hiccups.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it work?
I mean, it stopped me complaining about having hiccups. Like, eat your sugar and shut up. Yay!
I can't find anything about MMR jabs being deleted.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of...
It might be a thing, though. I think it does say that the effectiveness drops with time.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. So
I don't remember the last time I had a tetanus jab. Should I be worried about that? Tetanus jab. How often?
I think like if you work in a field where like with animals, like we would have to keep ours up to date.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe
had one
maybe when you worked at the vet, you should.
Yeah.
It lasts 10 years when you do get it though, so it's pretty good. I don't know if mine is up to date anymore. I don't think it is. But,
oh well.
Yeah, but I mean we're not in too much of a risky environment sitting behind our PCs. So
that's true. Only the cutting remarks of the YouTube comments can affect us.
Oh, someone left a mean comment and I got tetanus. Oh my God. I once got tetanus in our Pathfinder campaign. I've probably told you all about it. That was fun. We fought a rust ooze and it hit me and I got tetanus.
Oh, geez.
I was like, okay. I have tetanus now.
I think the last time I was stabbed by anything, can you hear Lewis?
I could hear Simon earlier, but it's fine.
Lewis just shouted something like, I'm a king. I don't know what they're up to.
Top tier spoilers for Jaffa Factory in here, chat.
Yeah. Well, Lewis is a king now, and the first thing I heard when I sat down was Simon shouting, my bum hole! So put those things however you want together.
It could be any episode.
Yeah. They're not even doing Jaffa Factory today, they're just chatting.
They haven't even started.
Oh geez, what was I saying? Lewis has thrown me off with his royalty. I think the last time I got stabbed by anything was I stood on a safety pin.
Ooh.
Ironically, wasn't very bloody safe, was it?
No.
But yeah, I think my tetanus would have been in.
My last time was I got attacked by a cat at work.
Ew.
And they were like, is your tetanus up to date? I was like, But yeah.
Guess we'll find out.
We'll never know. But yeah, no, I had a cat like fully grab hold of my arm and sink his teeth into me. Little
Oh,
bugger.
jeez.
Little bugger.
I don't think I ever got bitten by a cat when I worked at the vet. I got bitten by a dog, but it didn't really have any teeth, so it was fine. It was more... It's like we used to get this pug in that was like the chubbiest little thing, and it would be... Because they have like such brachycephalic faces, it would be trying to bite you, but it just physically couldn't get a purchase.
It's like trying to
So
bite a brick wall.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, thanks.
he's
I
trying.
guess. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh,
That reminds me,
stop.
there was a time we had this other very chubby pug in, and he'd been attacked by a German Shepherd in the park. And the vet was like, your dog was saved today by how fat it is because the other dog could not get a purchase on him. But once he recovers, he will have to go on a diet.
Oh.
It's like this, you cannot last this long. But
Oh my God.
today it was okay. Just this
Good
image
job,
of this
but-
German Shepherd trying to like bite a ball of a pug, just bouncing around.
Oh. Oh my God.
Little guy.
Poor babies.
So
So
you have big dream.
I have. I had it today. I've written it down.
Yeah.
It's a stress dream.
Yay!
It's a birthday stress dream.
Oh.
Ooh. So yeah, I'll hang on, let me get it.
It's a special edition of Stress Dream.
I'm just looking back at it, and it was me having just woken up again, writing terrible notes. Okay. I was sitting on a balcony in the sun, and it was my birthday. I just found out I was pregnant. And as a side note, in my dream, I'm sure it was 3 months pregnant. I think I would know by then, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been pregnant. I wouldn't know. And I was about to open my birthday presents from my parents and my brother and his girlfriend. In my mind, I thought it would just be baby stuff. And then I went to open them, and I don't remember what was in them at all. So on this balcony, it was lovely and sunny. It had like a glass barrier, and like looking over, it was like almost like on a cliff, and there was water at the bottom. It was very nice. I think I was out there sunbathing my legs because I was like, oh my God, it's sunny. And I remember like running out there specifically to like roll my jeans up and sunbathe my legs. I don't know why, but that was the thing. Next thing, I'm in a car with my mum, and we're driving quite fast. Side note, it was 60 miles an hour. It wasn't that fast. We're talking about where I'd go to raise my child alone while not being too far away. I say, I'm already far away, and I start crying. She says, think of how I feel, and then suggests I move to Hull. Next thing, I'm getting married. Don't know who to. And we're getting ready before the ceremony. I hadn't organised anything, so I had no bridesmaids or maid of honour. My mum goes and picks out some of the audience, and I quietly ask her if I can pick my bridesmaids instead. She says, no, we've got these now. And then one of them, who was a little girl with like knitty, scabby hair, bless her, started crying because I didn't want it to be a bridesmaid anymore.
Oh.
Next thing, I'm at the tailor's. I think I needed to get something tailored because apparently I was pregnant. It's nighttime. It was a night tailor's. And before I head in, there are two women outside, and they're following a man who was also heading to the tailor's. They're calling after this man. They were calling his name. I cannot remember what his name was for the life of me. And he's not responding. He's just walking to the tailor's, going about his business. And they look a bit annoyed. We all go in, and we all sit down. It was almost like a doctor's waiting room, like just all sitting on our chairs against the wall. And the people working at the tailor's, they come out one by one to deal with us. They come to deal with the man. And it turns out that he is partially deaf, but he's also wearing headphones. So the two women, they feel a little bit less hard done by. They're like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I see why he didn't answer us now. They still make a bit of a fuss, though. And the man gets up and goes to the toilet. Next thing,
Aww.
I'm waiting in the tailor's for my turn. And a man pulls up in the car park outside, and it turns out that he does like, I don't know, like YouTube workshops or something. He pulls up outside in his van and it says his business name on the side of it. And then a girl next to me, she's like a youngish girl. She turns to me and she's like, oh, here we go. And it turns out that this guy runs like games nights almost, but they're live and they're live streamed to Twitch, I don't know. And people can tune in and people can like bet on who they think is going to win the games, etc., etc. And I say the participants can win money. A lady's coming round the reception and she's got like a little notepad and paper and she's like, would you like to take part? Do you want to sign up? And I'm like, can you explain it to me? So she basically just explains all of that. And then she pulls this massive wad of cash out of her bag and she's like, and you can win this. And I'm like, yeah, sign me up. Let's go. They go to introduce me to go out there and take part. And I can hear them like saying my name, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, woo. And I go to make my entrance. But first I'm like, oh, geez, I've got my coat and my bags and my hat and my scarf and my gloves on. So I'm like, hang on. So I'm in the reception just like pulling them all off and throwing them on the floor. And I'm like, look after that. And I run out the door to where the games are happening. And it was like, it had like blue lights. It had these big tables, like big long tables. It kind of had the vibe of a school canteen with the long tables and the chairs on either side.
Okay.
And we went to find our seats. Lots of people were like just pulling up their seats and picking where to go. Then we sat down and then that was it. That was the end of the dream. That is all I remember.
Oh my gosh.
So there you go. And that all happened today, just as I woke up, I think.
Last week, we had a Pregana Nancy dream as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was mine.
From you.
Yeah. What is going on?
I don't know. It was horrible.
Yeah. And I swear,
I was just like, oh, for God's sake, no, I don't want that.
I swear in my dream, I was thinking, oh, I'm 3 months pregnant.
Oh, really?
Is it always
Okay.
3 months?
That's weird.
Yeah. So I don't have my book with me today, but I did some Googling whilst you were talking. And it's sort of, it says dreams of being pregnant can be intriguing and symbolic, reflecting personal growth, new beginnings, or even anxieties about life changes. And for me, that tracks with birthday feelings.
Yeah.
I think you always just get that thing, even though it's
sure.
just one day to another. I think birthdays, when you get to a certain age, just start being like, oh.
There was a lot of that in this dream, like with the pregnancy and then the wedding as well. But there was never any man involved. There was no guy. It was just like, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm getting married. Like, who to? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Never a dude there. Like, okay. But, and yeah, when my mum was picking out these random bridesmaids, I was sort of in, not so much a car park, but like, you know, if you go to an industrial estate and it's got like the garage doors where you can park your van to load it up sort of thing. It's kind of like that, like in the back of a car park sort of thing. That's where it was happening.
Oh my God, how romantic.
It was very romantic. Oh my gosh. I think I was actually going to the tailor's for the wedding dress, maybe. But I mean, the wedding had already happened at that point. But maybe I was tailoring it back to how it should be. I don't know.
Well, I looked up tailor as well. And it says, dreaming of a tailor often represents a desire for personal growth, self-improvement, and creativity.
That's true.
It may indicate that you're looking to make positive changes in your life, whether it's refining your skills, enhancing your appearance, or transforming your relationships.
Ooh.
So I guess, wanting to tailor life.
I've been desperately trying to draw for the last few nights. And last night particularly, I was sitting there for ages and I had all sorts of music on and I was just sitting there trying to draw and I was like, I just want to get better at drawing. And it got to the point where I was just getting annoyed and I was just like, oh, like I there's only so much I can bash my head against this before I need to just have a break. So I get that. That tracks, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was the bit with my mum in the car and I think that's just because I'm not seeing my parents till tomorrow. But the thing is, I could have seen them today. I I got a message. I've had like people say happy birthday because it's my birthday today, for real, not in dreams. It is my birthday today. And I got a message, happy birthday message from lovely Chris Yules.
Aww.
And I said to him, I was like, he was like, oh, I'm spending the day with my mum today. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And I was like, I'm not spending the day with my mum today because I have to do my Minecraft RP. But yeah, that's why mum's not coming over today because it's a Friday and Friday's busy. But I'm seeing her tomorrow. I'm seeing my parents tomorrow, both of them. But I think the dream was just kind of like, I'm not seeing anyone today. I'm just working kind of. So
yeah. I too got a message from Chris Yules saying, because I recently decided to have a midlife crisis early and bought Warhammer models. And a lot of people have been messaging, sort of saying like, oh, if you ever want to do painting, or if you want any like tips or anything. And it's been really nice. Like so many people have reached out. And Chris Yules was one of them. He was saying, I don't know, I keep full naming him.
You got to say Chris Yules.
Chris Yules.
He's Chris Yules.
Do we know any other Chris's?
I think we do know a few, yeah. But Chris Yules is Chris Yules. That's just, it's just the way of it.
But we were talking about doing a painting day. And then he messaged saying, I'm not going to be able to do Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm seeing my mother. And I was like, what do you mean, unfortunately? That's your mother. Have some respect, Christopher Yules.
Oh, bless him.
But I stole some blue tack from the office yesterday so that I can stick my models on a stick and prime them.
You need one of those like Games Workshop little handles that they do. They've just got a little clamp on them that holds the base.
I'm trying to because I don't know how into it I'm going to get. I'm trying not to spend too much money, but we've already spent so much because it's like, oh, we should get brushes. Oh, we should get this. Maybe just this thing as well would help. It's like the putting off of the actual painting is a big process.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear.
But yeah, this sounds very much like I did look up birthday as well.
Yeah.
And it says, dreaming about a birthday is a strong sign that you'll be paid for your hard work and efforts you put in the work.
I did get paid today.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because it's your birthday. And you dreamt of birthdays.
Hooray! Yep, that's exactly why I got paid. But yeah, it was like the dream was kind of all over the place, but it did sort of feel quite, I don't know, linked together in a sense.
Yeah.
It was all very similar. Like, it was my birthday and I thought I was pregnant. And then I was driving with mum talking about the pregnancy. And then I was getting married. And then I was going to the tailor's for this wedding dress because I was pregnant. It had a narrative at least.
The car, the traveling, I guess that's symbolic of like changes in like your journey of life sort of thing. So I guess that's very birthday as well. It's giving birthday.
It's giving birthday.
I think today you're very much in your birthday era.
I think so too. I completely agree.
She's so birthday.
I'm so birthday. I have to remember that I'm 32 now.
A baby.
Still
a baby.
Still a baby.
I have this thing where... So Alex was reading this, or he watched a video, or he read an article or something, but he was like, oh, they did this big questionnaire thing, information gathering. What's that called? Survey.
Yes.
They did a bit... Do you know what? I swear every word I learn on Duolingo, it pushes an English word out of my head. I swear I've become worse at talking since learning a different language.
Oh,
now, I'm just going to get terrible in 2 languages now.
Yay!
Yay! So I do know the German for birthday is Geburtstag.
Geburtstag.
So there you go.
I knew that one.
Oh, wait, can I think how to say, this is probably completely wrong, but wir feiern deine Geburtstag in Minecraft, which I think is we celebrate your birthday in Minecraft. But that might be completely wrong. I'm sorry. But Alex was like, oh, they did this survey as to what was the happiest year of everyone's lives. Like they were asking people in their 40s and 50s and 60s onwards. And the average of everyone's happiest year, like the most popular year that people said was 36. And I'm 36 now for less than a month. And he's like, he told me this a few months ago, and all of these months I've just had this feeling of this is the best year of my life now. This is as good as it is. And I just have to, and I just have the, I know it's so stupid, but I get this thing in my head of like, as soon as it's my birthday, I just enter the bad years. And I know that's not how it works, because I said this to him the other day and he was like, it's an average. Like that's not how it doesn't matter. Like people would have said other years, and I'm just like, no, 36 is the best year.
No, Briony, it's the average. The best year might have gone already.
Oh no. I started like panicking, thinking like, well, I have had a good year this year. Oh no. That reminds me, I saw this thing the other day. It was this Australian lady saying British people are so negative that you can't even insult them, because she's like, if you say to them like, oh, like your country is shit and it's just raining all the time, we'd be like, well, yeah, it is.
That's true, yeah.
And then if you say something nice to us, it's just like
taking the piss.
Taking the piss, mate. What is it?
Yeah, it's true. You accept the negativity.
Yeah.
Like, the country's shit, everything's expensive. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah. It's true.
And so many of the comments were being like, the worst part is I'm British and it makes me proud to hear this. I'm like, yeah, we are.
We hate our lives. Yeah. Woo.
What's wrong with us?
Oh.
It's like when I'm looking through YouTube comments, if people are being nice, I'm like lying. Like I get to a mean one and I'm just like,
there it is.
You're a speaker of the truth. I am bad.
That said, shout out to Rithian, bless him. I try not to read YouTube comments for that exact reason. I don't like reading them because it just puts me in a bad mood. But Rithian was reading through a video that we were both in recently, the NRB Blood in the Clock Tower one. And he was just sending me all the lovely comments, just unprompted. Like he was just like, here you go. And I was just like, oh, it was so nice. Because I would never, ever have gone to look. So that was really lovely.
I didn't get that. Where were mine? Maybe they were all bad about me.
Maybe. The ones he sent me were specifically about me, so it would have been a bit weird if he sent it to you.
Well, I don't know, because there's been 2 times in like the past week that Rithian has sent me a message saying Kirsty's the best, and I'm like, okay, dude.
Okay.
Okay. What am I, chopped liver? Okay.
Well, you say that, and I know he listens and he's heard enough about it already, but I haven't told you what he did in Pathfinder, have I? This Sunday just gone. He killed my character via vampire as a cliffhanger.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. My character's dad is a vampire. My character is a Dampier. And he got in contact and wanted to meet. And I was just like, I don't want to talk to him. He's an asshole, but I'll do it because he won't give up. So I did. And he asked me to do something bad. And I was like, I don't. And he was like, let me help you make your decision. And he stunned me and it bit my neck and killed me and turned me into a vampire. And I'm still reeling. So I rescind my shout out to Rithian.
Well, I was wondering if the person in your dream was Rithian. Because
Which one?
A man ignoring 2 women calling after him. That's pretty.
Oh, that one.
Brilliant.
I'm like, great. Which man are we talking about? Are we talking about the absent man who impregnated me? Are we talking about the one I'm marrying? Or no, it's the man that's not listening. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
The man trying his best not to take in the 2 women, and they're shouting after him.
That tracks, honestly. I mean, maybe I had Minecraft on my mind as well, and I was thinking about us playing. it kind of made sense because the two women, like once they realized that the guy just had headphones on and or was kind of deaf, they weren't apologetic. They were just like, well, he probably still should have heard us. Oh no. Silly.
I had a dream, but I forgot to record part of it because after I finished recording it, I remembered a bit more, but then Alex was using the hairdryer. So I was like, well, I can't be bothered to get up and record it elsewhere. But you've reminded me talking about No Rolls Barred because I dreamt about Sullivan.
Oh, yeah, you said.
And I can't really remember what he was doing. He was... No. I do remember, but I don't understand it because it was a dream and it was weird. But I was looking at font pages. I was meant to be finding him a font for something.
Right.
And all of the fonts had different quotes to show how they were. And he kept on trying to show me a particular quote, but I don't remember what it was. But he was very, like, he was just very Sullivan. He was just very, like, you know, excited about this font and very like, look at this, it's great. And I was just like, I don't understand. But yeah, it just reminded me. But I did record the part that happened before that, if you would like to listen to your birthday dream.
Yes, I would.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I had a dream that I was driving Alex and I around in Bristol, like Bristol centre as well, and we stopped and he was like, oh, I'm just going to get out and do some writing, or actually I think he was going to take some photos. And I was like, okay. He was like, I'll see you at home. And I stopped the car. This is so near Castle Park. And all of a sudden I looked down in the road and there was a big exclamation mark in my lane. And I suddenly had that sort of dream realization of, I can't drive. And I don't want to drive in Bristol town centre. And if I have to, like, what if someone comes over and they ask for my license and I can't show them? And I was just thinking, is there anyone around that I could get to come and, like, drive me? And I think I must have just abandoned the car there because then I was at home. But I sort of lived in this, I don't know, like a tree house, but a house that was a tree. And there was a knock at the door and it was Kim. And she was bringing round some books or presents, and she was saying that she was just saying she was moving or something, and then she was like, oh, I should leave. But then when she opened the door, she was saying that there were other people moving in next door, and I could see like the back of their car was completely jam-packed full of stuff, but it was all just like bottles of wine. Just like racks full of wine. I was like, okay, these are the new neighbours. And then I was looking through my books to try and get rid of some, and I found this photography book, I think. It was a sketchbook. I think it was meant to be by Jamie Smart, but it just had these really upsetting photos in it. And I was like, why do I have this? I don't want this. And yeah, that's about all I remember. The end. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So yeah, I too had a driving dream, but then I realized
You can't
this is
drive.
illegal.
I don't think I've ever had a dream. I mean, I can drive. That's maybe it. But, like, I just don't know that I've ever had a dream. No, I'm lying. I have had dreams before where I've been driving and I've not been wearing my seatbelt. And I'll, like, pass a police car and I'll be just like sneakily like trying to plug it in, you know? Like I pass a roadblock and I'm like, hope they didn't see. Like if they pull me over, then I've had it on the whole time. So I guess that's the equivalent question mark, because I can drive. So I'm never going to have I can't drive dream. That's so funny.
It was like, I remember, because I think I must still have in my head the knowledge of how to drive, because I learned up to taking my test and then I moved to Bristol and just forgot to pick it up again and didn't book another test. But I remember sitting there and thinking, I could drive. Like, I know exactly, like I could feel the muscle memory of how it feels to start the car up and change gear and start moving forward and stuff. And I was like, I could just do it. But I was too scared. Especially as the road markings were a big exclamation mark.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Some reason.
Not ideal.
I was thinking, like, is there someone I could call to just come into town and then they can drive the car away?
I think if I was in that situation, I'd just be like, oh, well, I've come this far.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I've had this dream so many times now, and I'm always like, it's always that I've driven to a place and then I need to go home. And that's when I'm like, hang on, I can't drive. I shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, what is it about, like, what is the significance of it? The fact that I'm trying to go home, that is when I suddenly realize when I've been driving up to that point and with nary a care.
I think it's another
just
stress thing. It's like you're somewhere where you shouldn't be and you're vulnerable and you just want to be at home, but you're like, I can't do it. I can't go there.
Yeah.
And I'm here as a consequence of my own actions.
Yes. No, not the consequences of my actions.
No. I want to take you somewhere where you can just jump in my car and drive. Like, you can do it on private land. Like, when we went camping, I was like, Brady, drive my car. You're like, no. Like, Brady, drive my car.
I think that was because the ground was really like,
it was
there's
very
that
bumpy.
big dip, and I was like, oh geez, what if I drive us into a ditch?
It was quite bumpy, to be fair. One day though, I'll get you.
Yeah. Because I probably do remember somewhere deep down in my memory boxes.
But I found that, like, I mean, I was learning for a long time because I failed a lot of tests because I was so nervous. Like, I can drive fine. I'm fine at driving, but I was such a nervous driver when I was learning, and the thought of being put in a test scenario made me panic so much that I failed a lot and I ended up learning for a long time. But after I passed, when there was no pressure anymore, I found that I improved so much.
Yeah.
Like, I improved an incredible amount because there was no pressure anymore, and I don't care. I can do what I want.
I'll drive in the other lane. I don't care.
I'll speed. I don't care.
I'll run someone over.
Yeah. Seatbelts? No.
But she's a good driver.
I'm a good driver. but yeah, like I did. Like I just improved so much. And like when did I pass my test? I passed my test when I was at college because I remember having to get the bus in. And, driving to college, that's all well and good. And then eventually, when I got into my third year of uni, I had to drive down to Winchester for that. And that was like the furthest I'd ever been. That was scary. Like having to get on the M3. I didn't do motorways before that, like, because I lived in a rural village and it was just lanes all the way down. So I'd have to get on the M3 and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to learn how to do motorways. And that got me enjoying motorways more than lanes. And then eventually, I'd have to drive to Bristol all the bloody time. And and now I'm just like, I don't care, I'll drive wherever. Like, I'm not at the stage where I'll drive in a different country, but I drove us all down to Dorset, stuff like that. Like, I would never ever would have done that around the time that I passed my test. Yeah. And I think if you were to pass your test now, you'd find that your confidence with it would just skyrocket after, because it's just the thought of having to be judged that makes it so stressful.
Yeah, and like the reason I failed my test was just so frustrating as well. That if the instructor had been feeling a teeny tiny bit more lenient that day, I think it would have been fine. But yes, Sedge. But what if you did drive in a different country and we took Comfort Zone on tour?
Ooh. It depends. I don't know. I think if it wasn't motorways, maybe, just to get used to it. Which some people will probably think that's so weird because motorways are just better. But I think I'd learn more in like lanes and stuff fast before being on a motorway. But it's just the idea of it being on the other side of the road. It's scary.
Yeah.
I have to just flip my brain around, and that's weird.
I guess especially if you're not in a car designed to be that side of the road.
Yeah, other countries scary. But I don't need to go to a different country for Comfort Zone on tour because we want to go to York, don't we?
Yes.
At some point. And I'm happy to drive to York.
New York!
New York! We can do that too, but I'm not driving there.
Yeah, I would like to go to York. I was thinking this week, because this year, January is always such like a mess. So I was thinking, we not really had a chance to do like
Patreon
stuff that we were planning. Yeah, Patreon stuff and just like our usual vlogs and Somni Gastronomy and all of this stuff. And I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I'm excited to get back into things.
Yeah.
Ideally, it would have been nice to do a video for your birthday.
Oh, yeah, true.
But we're too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have to do it next year.
Yeah. Like, I should have come down to Bristol, really, but it's like, I just didn't. I just didn't.
Here's the thing about it.
Here's the thing.
I didn't.
I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I think, like, if there was a craft stream, because I came down on my birthday last year, didn't I, for a craft stream?
Yes.
But this year they did the blind date one, which by all accounts was really good, and I'm so glad. But when they asked people to take part, I was like, no, absolutely not. And a part of me was like, if I go to Bristol for my birthday, I will get dragged into this. So I was like, no, I'm not going. Because that sounds like my idea of hell.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I guess I just remember just how unhinged blind date was. So when they said to do it, I was just like, yes. Because my original plan was like, I will just be Mothman.
Yeah.
And I will just sit there and I won't have to say anything. And I can just like write one word answers and this is perfect. Like it. And then they were like, oh, sorry, someone's had to pull out of the first one. Can you step in? And I was just like, I don't have a character planned. I don't have anything planned. I don't know what to do. So I was just like, yeah, that bit, I was just panicking the entire time. But the Mothman loved that.
Good. Perfect. Well, that's it. Like, you had a mask on and stuff as well. Like, that would have been good. Like, if I'd have showed up with a big mask, maybe if I'd have dressed up as my Minecraft character.
Yeah, you could have
that would have been fine.
Head on.
But
perfect.
But yeah, my gosh.
Oh, I should have just put that on. I should have just been you.
Oh my god, yeah, you should have. That is still in the office, isn't it? I think Pierre guards it.
Yeah.
I'll come down at some point and we can do something. And we need to figure out York. I would love to go to York.
Yeah.
We've got lots of plans for the Patreon pals, but it's just been the start of the year is just a mess.
Well, I always do this stupid thing where I'm like, I'm going to do daily videos.
Yes.
And then I'm like, why am I doing this? Why didn't I plan it sooner? And then I had 2 different freelance jobs on top of it and streaming. So I was just a bit like, I don't have time for anything.
Yeah.
But now I'm completely free and I can finally give Comfort Zone its focus. Because this has just become an admin meeting now. We're not doing the podcast anymore. I saw that, 0 Degrees did their live show, like a ticketed live show as well. And I was like, what if?
What if? Perhaps we do one?
Yeah, we could do it. I'd like to do a special event.
Yeah.
Do a live sleepover.
Oh my God, that's what we could call it.
Just 8 hours of us sleeping. Live dreaming.
At least we wouldn't have to think of any content.
True.
It's just us asleep.
Oh, That
Oh.
reminds me. There was something I meant to tell you, and I've been
What?
trying so hard not to tell you.
Right.
It's not that exciting. I've built it up way too much now. But the other night, Alex woke up and he was like, you were just like doing this really like I was doing. So there's a low voice that I do sometimes because Trot finds it a bit funny and I find that funny. So I will do my hello, this is my low voice. And he's like, that's weirdly low. And I'm like, it's my low voice. But apparently I was doing that in my sleep, but I was just like chanting. So Alex woke up. Alex woke up and I was just saying like, oh, no, 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 no. And he was just like, why? I was like, I don't know. Like, there's no dream I had that related to this. And I wish he had have recorded it. And it's so frustrating because for like a week, he was wearing his watch to bed that like records any sounds that you make throughout sleep. And he was like, oh, it said that I should do it for a week just to assess my sleeping. And he stopped doing it the day before I did my weird low voice chanting thing. And I'm like, I wish I had a recording of it. But I think I might start trying to record myself at night.
That's a good idea.
Because just why the heck not? Because there's so many times when Alex is like, you were talking in your sleep again last night. And I wish I knew what I was saying.
Yeah. I used to record myself a bit with Pokemon Sleep because that does it for you.
Oh, yeah.
But I would always just get shuffles. Like
Yeah.
Shuffle, shuffle, or tabs purring.
Oh.
And it doesn't help that the mic on my phone is crap. I really need a new phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon Sleep is all right for it. And you can catch nice Pokemon on the way. That's good.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking I've got this like little recorder, not like the one I used to play in primary school, but I've got a little recorder that I might just blue tack to the wall above my head and just record all night.
Good idea.
I think it only has enough battery for like 8 hours. So it would be not the best of, I mean, hopefully I do my main talking in that time. And then I guess I'll just charge it up in the day and then go again. Let's see if I get any good stuff.
Good idea. Good idea for sure. I definitely talk in my sleep, 100%.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I think I talk more when there's someone else in the room. So if I'm sharing a bed with someone, or there's another bed, like, you know, if I'm in a hotel room with separate beds or whatever, anyone in the room, then I will talk more. Because there's just that, I don't know, like, I'm aware that they're there. And I guess that's like less comfy. So I am more restless and I talk more.
And I guess I wonder if it's also like it puts you more in having to make conversation mode. Like if you're in that part of your brain a bit more.
Yeah, even in my
thing.
sleep.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I think I talk a lot in my sleep. But I guess I don't know if I do it because, well, I'm always sharing a bed. So I don't know if I do it more or less. Like I don't think I've ever had a time when I've like had a nap on my own and I've woken up talking. So I guess that would check out. Maybe.
Yeah.
Mayhaps.
Hmm.
But I was just such a bloody fidget all the time when I was sharing beds with you.
Oh, I am too. I am. I'm such a fidget when I'm sharing beds with people. I fidget and I'm talking, but when I'm on my own, I'm just like honk shoe mimi, sleeping perfect. But honestly, your fidgeting, I didn't pick up on any of it.
That's
like,
good.
I am not a light sleeper. Nothing can rouse me.
I have had really bad insomnia recently, and I've got to that point twice now where I've just been like, I'm just going to get up and read my book. But the other night I was like, I'm going to get up and just do some work because I was planning on getting up at 8 and starting work anyway. So maybe I'll just do it now and then I could lie in. And so I got up and I was working. So I was just sat in the dark room with headphones on, like unaware of anything in the room. And then Alex woke up and he was looking for me. And all of a sudden, I just hear this voice behind me like,
oh my God,
Briony. And I was just like, oh. And I got up and he was like, can I have a hug? I was like, yeah. And he was just like, your heart's beating so quick. I was like, yeah, you terrified me.
Aww.
This made me jump so much. But yes, It's
Bless.
getting a bit better now. I think it was just a combination of just lots of factors. And I would get into bed and I would lie and just think of everything and not be able to switch my brain off at all.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I had a similar thing where it wasn't so much that my brain wouldn't switch off, but instead of thinking about everything, I would just like zone in on like the sound of my heart beating or the sound of my blood pumping through my brain and stuff like that. And that is the worst shit. Like I need to put music on just to drown myself out.
Yeah. Well, when I was having my like heart investigation time, I would get the opposite of that, where because I would hear my heart and I'd be like, oh, that's nice, that's comforting. And then occasionally I wouldn't hear it and I couldn't feel it. And I would just be like, I've died.
Maybe I'm dead.
Yeah. I'd just be like, how long do I have? Like 20 seconds before I go or something. And I would just be like, oh no.
Oh no. Guess I'm dead.
Guess I'll die.
How long does it take for you to die when your heart stops beating? I feel like it's quicker than that. Let's Google
By the
it.
time you've thought about it.
Yeah, it's like,
it's
no, I'm going to die. How long does it take to die if your heart stops?
It's the usual comforting things we search on this comforting podcast.
What is cardiac arrest? This is when your heart stops beating. Yes, but how long do you last?
It's when your heart does a crime. They have to arrest it.
Here we go. How long can I live when my heart stops with no treatment? Oh my God, people are writing essays. I just want a sentence.
Just a number.
I just want a number. Cardiac arrest interrupts circulation, causing brain cells to start dying in less than 5 minutes of the brain. Yeah, but like, okay, hang on. Let me reword it. How long am I conscious if my heart stops beating?
Long enough to write an essay, apparently.
Yeah, literally. Within 2 and 20 seconds, the brain flatlines. There you go. So it's pretty quick.
Okay.
It's pretty quick.
So my 20 seconds, that was pretty good guessing.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. Yeah.
That was the optimist guess, because that was at the the longer end.
How long would you stay conscious if your heart stopped? Yeah, about 20 seconds or less.
There you go.
There we go. It's an educational podcast for everyone.
I mean, if it does happen to you, knowing it probably doesn't help. But
then you can get
today.
out like a snappy last word. You know, you're like, oh shit, it stopped. You say something dumb, and it's like that's how they'll remember me. And then that's it. Fade to black.
Do you ever do that thing where, this is just going to be so morbid now, but do you ever do that thing where you say something to a friend when you're like saying bye and then you're walking home and you just think, if I got hit by a car, that would be my last words. I should just say something out loud to myself now that's cooler. I don't want my last words to be stay fresh, cheese bags.
I don't know, I kind of do.
Yeah.
I've never thought that, but now I will.
Oh, sorry.
Now I will. Oh my god.
Just occasionally, if I say something really dumb, I'll just think, which is a lot of the time, I'll just think, those could be your last words. If you don't override them now, that's it.
Just don't say anything else and those will be your last words. The thing is, you can do that, or you can think of it as your last words to each person. So then somewhere you'll have a cool final word.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, not necessarily. Maybe.
Everyone gets together and they're like, it was just stay fresh cheese bags.
Yeah,
to everyone.
Just to everyone. Exactly.
Oh. Well, we've had a lovely chat.
We have.
We've got to the bottom of some birthday dreams.
Woohoo!
Happy birthday.
Thank you. When this goes out, it will no longer be my birthday.
Oh,
Happy
but
birthday,
we can
everyone.
celebrate you anyway.
Ah.
Have a lovely day. I don't know why I'm ending it like this. What's wrong with me?
Have
How
a
do we end the
lovely day.
podcast? Stay fresh, respects. Thank you, Kirsty, for a lovely chat.
Thank you, Briony.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, everyone. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And until next time, bye-bye for now.
Bye.